So you have an amazing idea that could be a great TV show, but no idea where to start? Today we are talking to Doug and Candy Langdale. Both have extensive experience as animation TV writers, with having written for hits like Darkwing Duck, Nico and the Sword of Light, El Tigre, Dave the Barbarian, Vampirina, Maya and the Three, and The Book of Life. If anyone can tell you the secrets to pitching a successful TV show, it's definitely them.
You get inspired by an idea, or maybe there's something that comes to you that you think it might be a good material for a show. What are the next steps?
I think if you have an idea, sure that you understand how that idea relates to you personally. Like you want some of yourself to be in a story that you're telling. And that's true if it's your idea or if you're adapting someone else's idea. Like finding that heart connection to the story is important. Mm-hmm. And then I think whatever medium you're telling the story in, just start doing it. Start writing it, start drawing it.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Just jump in.
Just do it and work on it as much as you can every day.
And if you don't have an idea, start writing anyway. I have sat there and I wrote a conversation between the pencil and the stapler on my desk. Just because you need to write and then the ideas come. It's not the other way around.
In the same way that we see faces in the clouds because our brains are hardwired to turn stuff into faces, we will find a story in any random stuff we start doing. Our brains are hardwired to make stories out of things. If you read a headline, if you read just a fact, like child found in tree, you're immediately going to start thinking like, how did that kid get up there? Why was that kid there? Is the kid okay? Did someone bring the kid down? Like you immediately start turning it into a story. Like we can't help doing it. So if you start writing anything down or drawing anything, wanting to tell a story, you are eventually going to start finding those things that make it a story and getting it all down on paper or in whatever medium, and then going back and figuring out how to make it come across to an audience and how to make it a cohesive story is the way to do it. You just have to get something down.
That is correct.
I love that. And a very common question is how to get started when planning your TV series.
I would say write in your voice with your charm and your personality because you're really selling yourself more than you think.
Yeah.
And there's somebody who is going to love you and want to work with you.
I just talked to an executive I pitched a show and sold a show to like 20 years ago. It was a show that I pitched with no preparation because I had pitched a few things and they were like, what else do you have? And I literally started making a show up. I just started talking about stuff I did when I was a kid. And they were like, okay, we want to make that show. And I was like, that's not a show. That was just me talking about stuff I used to do. I was talking to this executive and he said, you had sold us yourself. We just needed to know what the show was going to be. We already wanted to work with you. When you develop a show and you're pitching a show, you are pitching yourself because they need to want to work with you and make a show with you. It isn't always that important what the show is. It's going to change. And I think one of the important things to remember is that no idea is precious. You will have other ideas. Like people get very focused on this great idea they have and they polish it and try to perfect it. And I think it is a little bit of that trap of perfectionism where they want to get this one thing just exactly right and then it'll be perfect and everyone will love it and they'll be safe. And the reality is you're going to have more ideas.
People worry about their ideas being stolen.
Yeah.
And it's like, the idea is not important, the execution of the idea. And that's where you come in, your personality and everything about you, because you can take one idea and 10 different people are going to do it 10 very different ways.
Yeah.
Ideas can come from anywhere. A cloud in the sky, or even that weird shape in your bathroom tiles could spark your next big show. But if you want to turn that into a reality, then it's your unique voice that needs to shine. If writing for television is your dream, watch this video with Jorge Gutierrez, where he talks about how writing Maya and the Three felt like making a 10-hour movie. I'm Pietro, this is Write for Animation, and I'll see you there.